So what about nosocomial pneumonia? So HAP means pneumonia 48 hours post-admission. VAP means pneumonia 48 hours post-intubation. I told you the risk factors for MDR, recent IV antibiotic use, presentation with septic shock, presentation with ERDS, hospitalization for more than 5 days, late infections are always going to be highly resistant, and renal replacement therapy. These are going to be the risk factors for multi-drug resistant organisms. Signs and symptoms, often it's going to be atypical in hospitalized patients like altered mental status, behavioral changes, and so on. But they do have some fever, cough, hypoxemia, and they might have new infiltrates in X-ray and imaging, or they might develop high WBC count all of a sudden. Investigation, sputum culture can be done, BAL can be done, chest X-ray can be done, where you're going to see more of alveolar infiltrates and air bronchogram. So treatment is going to be piperacillin-tazobactam. You know that you're going to give one broad spectrum drug like piperacillin-tazobactam or cefepime or ceftazidime or meropenem or imipenem. Along with that, vancomycin or linezolid is going to be very, very crucial because it's a HAP VAP. And you can add respiratory fluoroquinolone or azithromycin if you're thinking in terms of atypicals like mycoplasma. The standard duration of treatment is going to be 7 days. Shorter is always sweeter. When it comes to MRSA on Pseudomonas, so you're going to cover if more than 10 to 20% local resistance rates or local MRSA prevalence, or in patients who are having risk factors like recent IV antibiotic use and all those I told you, you can discontinue. This is a very important point. Actually, what you can do is MRSA nasal swab. So it's called nasal swab. If the nasal swab is negative, it's very unlikely that the patient is having MRSA pneumonia. This has surprisingly more than 90% negative predictive value, a very, very, very important, interesting point. So you can actually discontinue vancomycin if the nasal swab for MRSA is negative. Quite interesting, isn't it? So the case beginning, you're seeing a patient who has been admitted in the hospital for elective cholecystectomy, now developing protective cough with purulent sputum and hypoxia, and perioperative IV cefazolin she received, which means recent IV antibiotic use is there. And she has also received IV antibiotics for UTI 2 months ago. In the last 3 months, there is a history of IV antibiotic use. So all these are risk factors for MDR organism. Chest X-ray shows new bilateral infiltrates, WBC elevated, ProCal is 2.2 high, more than 0.5 is high, and serum, the sputum gram stain reveals gram-negative rods. In hospital, acquired infections like gram-negative organisms are very common, like Pseudomonas or E. coli or something like that. It could be Klebsiella also. So in this case, I'm going to start with piptaz. I'm going to start with vancomycin. Alternatives to piptaz will be meropenem, imipenem, ceftazidime, or cefepime. So why? Because it's a HAP, and you're seeing gram-negative rods. And recent IV antibiotic use means there is a possibility of MDR organism. So in that case, I have to add vancomycin to cover for MRSA also. So whatever CAP regimes that you have tried are going to be inadequate for a HAP or a VAP.